Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here. Thank you for checking out this video. And we're officially starting week 3 of my War Within Season 1 Marksman Hunter progression journey. It's a pretty long title, I know. But we are starting off this week by opening my week 2 vault. So in the first week, I got tier pants, which were hero track, huge win there. I'm just looking for anything that's going to be an upgrade. I don't want wrists, and I don't want a weapon, because wrists are going to be where my embellishment is. I actually put my points in today to make those Vam braces at 619. And then I am also, I'm using my POW gun, so I'm hoping to have that upgraded either by the end of this week or the end of next week up to 636 with those gilded crests, since I should be able to get into those 9s and 10s of the world and then start getting those mythic track items so we can really supercharge our build. But that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. This last week, Mythic Plus and Mythic Rating opened up. My guild, it went 4 of 8 heroic, so we had some good options there. That cloak from I can never remember the boss's name. From Rashanon, that cloak would be huge as well. It would definitely help with our survivability in Mythic Plus. Anyway, here we go. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys get something out of your vault, whether you're US players, EU players. I hope that you guys are going to get something really amazing. But let me check, make sure. Marksmanship Hunter. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And just as customary, I'm going to go ahead and block the screen so I can only see one item at a time. But here we go. So first one up is the Splinter Shot Silk Bow. It's a very good weapon, but I actually already have the heroic version in my bags. I got it from Raid tonight, since I am opening this after I raided on Tuesday. So the next one is the Royal Emblem of Nerubar. I've been seeing a lot of people get this, and it's just a back piece. It's got good stats though. And then we have the Final Meals Horns, which is a hero track helm. I could turn that to tier if I wanted to, but I do have one charge as well. I have a 613 hero track anchor chain girdle. This is my favorite, one of my favorite belts. And in fact, this is currently the pick that I'm going to pick from this vault, since it is hero track. Then next up, we have the Stormcaller Shroud. Versatility over crit, nothing special. Okay. And a helm, which is a higher hero track helm. So that would basically just save me points, or crests, I should say. So not a huge deal there. That's a pretty good helm, though, since it's heavy mastery. But all right, so we got some 616 pieces here at the bottom. So first one up is a back piece. It's haste over crit. Okay, nothing special. We have a waist piece, which is mastery over versatility. Okay, not bad. And we have a shadow binding ritual knife. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and pick this anchor chain girdle. That's a pretty easy pick for me. This is actually, in my opinion, the BIS belt that I want. And I want that on equip effect anyway. So it would be between this and the helm, just because it is 619. But I'm going to opt to get the hero track item here, and then hope here in a couple weeks when I start getting myth track items, I'll be able to turn those into tier with the extra charges I'm going to have for not using this one. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. I hope you guys get something really great out of your vault, and I'll go ahead and throw it over to future me, and we'll see how we did. And just like that, we are back, and it is the end of week 3. So I made a ton of progress. I didn't quite hit all of the goals I wanted to this week. I didn't get Keystone Master. I'm just a few points short. I think probably 1 or 2 more runs this coming week, and I will get that done. And I do still have some like 3s on the board. So really quick, let's go ahead and look at the gear. So I got up to 611 item level, so getting some quality upgrades in the gear department. I do still have that 593 Skardyn's Grace. I've not actually gotten a Grimbatol key since the the first week. So gotta really go in there and get that. That is an amazing trinket that I always want to have on my character. I did end up getting my 4 set and then eventually 5 pieces of tier, so I do have that with a couple of pretty good sockets as well. I've got, I believe, 2 pieces. 2 pieces, yes. I have 2 pieces of hero track tier, and then I have 3 pieces of champion track, so getting some good value there. And I did make my second embellishment, which is the glyph etched Vam braces, which is outfitted with my Dawnsilk lining to give me crit when I'm above 80% health, which is a big boost to what Blue Silk lining was back in Dragonflight. My stats are still looking pretty good. They're pretty much where I want them to be. I could probably actually drop a little bit of haste now, but I've just been equipping everything that I get upgrade-wise, regardless of stats on there. And then taking a look, I've made a ton of more progress on my delves, including taking on Zek'vir on both question mark and double question mark. So that video is out on my channel if you guys would like to check that out. My brand is level 43, almost level 44, literally like, you know, like 6,000 experience away. So I'm going to continue to try to push those delves. I don't really need to level Bran up now because that was kind of my goal, is to level him up for Zek'vir. But now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to be finishing all of the meta achievements in there and then trying to fill the bar for the first season of delves. And then looking at my vault, unfortunately, I did not do many keys. I did 4 keys literally like over the last few hours. Luckily, though, we did get into some higher keys. So the lowest key we did this week was a 7. That was actually the highest key, I believe. No, I guess we did an 8 last week, but we didn't time it. But we timed a 7, 7, and an 8, and then we just missed the timer on the 9 miss. Had we got another 9 miss, I think we could have timed it. But it is what it is, and my goal for this next week is going to be to get into some 10s. That way we start getting some mythic track options on or at least in our Great Vault. Otherwise, delves, I did at least 8s to 11s across the board down below here, so those will be 616 pieces of gear. The highest item level I can get out of here is a 619, which is going to be from this Mythic plus 9 that we did. And then from Raid, we have a couple of heroic slots. Since we did make some more progress, we got Ovanax down, so my guild is officially 5 of 8 heroic, and I think that we'll be 6 of 8 heroic because the Nexus Princess, we did like literally 1 meme pull, and we got her to like 60%, and we had people just screwing up like crazy. Just a meme pull, just like get in there and go type thing. I was even still in my AoE build, for example. But all in all, this was an amazing week. I did have to skip most of the PvP progression this week, unfortunately, so I am pretty far behind on my conquest bar, so I'm going to be a little bit behind there, but my goal is to try to get a little bit closer each and every time, or each and every week, I should say. But I've got the rest of my honor gear completely done, and then I'm hoping I can get more conquest just through various, you know, world quests, or just queuing up for randoms every day. That way I can get that conquest, and then I can get into some of those other queued blitzes, for example. But how are you guys doing this week? I hope you guys had an amazing week. I hope you guys got something really good out of your vault, and I will be posting over in my Discord what I get in my vault tomorrow, so be sure and check that out. Excuse me. And then I did go ahead and pick up that Anchor Chain Girdle. It was, in my opinion, my BIS. I wish it was Myth Track, but it is what it is. I will definitely take that Hero Track. And then I'm hoping we're going to be 6 of 8 heroic this next week, and then making progress on Silken Court, but I do think that Silken Court is going to give us a little bit of an issue. So as long as my guild raids tomorrow, which I'm not sure if we will or not, because we have a lot of people that are going to be MIA. If not, we'll have some other content. Maybe we'll do some Mythic Plus keys or something like that. Maybe some PvP even. But this next week is going to be kind of a dull week for power creep, at least, because we're not going to be getting we're going to get a half a spark, so we're only going to be at 3.5 sparks, and then we're not going to get a charge for the catalyst unless they decide to change it. So we're kind of in that like lame duck week, so you're going to have like boom bust, boom bust, boom bust. So what my goal for this next 2 weeks is to get KSM, so that it will give me another hero track tier piece. I'll just pick one at that point that I don't already have. I'm hoping to get into some 10s this next coming week, regardless of if we time or not. Don't care. That way we can start getting those myth track items in the vault, and then at least doing 9s. If we can just do 9s, that will get me those gilded crests. I don't know what my bars are doing right now. That'll get me those gilded crests. That way I can upgrade my weapon up to 636, which will be huge in increasing my damage, because that's also where one of my embellishments is. So I think I'm way behind. I only have 14. Yeah, so I'm actually, I'll be 3 weeks behind at that point, and you do need 90 of them to make that max level item. So I will need that, and then I'll just start upgrading some more items, because I still have some adventurer pieces. I have a couple of veteran adventure pieces, mostly champion. I guess that neck piece, oof, the neck piece needs some work as well. But there's a ton of upgrades still on the table for me, and but we're still making some really great progress in Mythic Plus and Raid, and I hope you guys are as well. So leave me some feedback down below. It's now spooky season, so I've got my orange on here, but I'm excited to see what this next week has in store for us. So thank you guys for watching. Best of luck in your vault. If you're in my Discord, be sure and post what you get, what's in the box, and I'll see you next time.